in a second. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alright, perfect.
So, welcome to yet another Company of Heroes Shoutcast by me. And this time I'm accompanied by none other than Huite, also known as Cement. Say hello, Huite.
Hello. There.
Okay, and the first thing we see, Sandland only built one engineer squad, or he didn't build one and just used the starting one, so he'll probably go for one additional tier 1 unit. And
I wouldn't say that. He's certainly going for 2 quick rifles. I'm not sure what he's doing after that. He might get the second engineer anyway, like after the 4th rifle or after the 2nd rifle if he wants to cap early.
And I think since bars are pretty bad on wreck train, he will probably go nades first.
Well, are nades any better on wreck train? I mean, you still have to get close.
Yes, but you can get close, but the thing is you just get close with one individual squad, which gets targeted down, and then you lose. So I think nades can be somewhat decent on wreck train. Anyways, I expect nades. Huite doesn't, because he doesn't have the same insight I do have.
Did you watch it before?
No, I actually didn't.
Oh, interesting.
So if I should be right, then that's quite amazing.
So kept walking.
Yeah, I kept walking by TheAIchemist, which is the Wehrmacht player in this matchup. So even though there are no high-level players in this game, still might be a fun game.
There's a jeep going up, so he's going for a really early push. So to get to really outnumber his opponent, get the first 2 rifles really quickly, and then also to get the jeep, which arrives on the field nice and early.
Yeah, as we can see, the MG is still far back, and so he will have to retreat. Let's see if he sees the MG in time to split up and flank it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he sees it. He sees it. The MG is targeting the engineer. He will flank it. MG retreats.
No, I don't think so. Well, that was kind of odd. I think
but he can. He's no longer suppressed, so he can cap a bit. So yeah, this one. Yeah, but it was kind of odd. The left, how every unit ended up getting suppressed, because I guess the left rifle was just spread out too much. Let's see. Now he's got 2. Yeah, look, he's building his engineers now. Okay.
As I expected.
Okay, yeah. So he just really wanted to get this early push to have some map control early on, because often you will just lose the center right away and then never.
Then you're fucked.
I'm not sure if I like the Jeep actually.
It's hit or miss, I feel. It's like you've got games where it does really well, and then you've got games where it does absolutely nothing, and you lose because of the Jeep. It's kind of shitty. I don't think it's not as reliable as the bike, I feel. The bike can just do its own thing, but the Jeep needs to be enabled, I suppose, by the Wehrmacht player.
Yeah, I mean, on wreck train you will also not really have too much MG movement. I feel like the MG is just sitting at one place because it can just cover half of the map anyways. So the additional side won't really give you any clue for a good attack timing, because there is no good attack timing on wreck train.
I guess you can try to draw some fire from the MG. Are we getting I guess we're getting a sniper now because the build time seems to be quite long. Oh no, another Volk squad.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're right, he's getting grenades now.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about that, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's any strategy as US on wreck train that is particularly good.
Yeah.
Everything seems to suck.
I mean, in this case, grenades are especially bad because he doesn't know yet that there's a third Falk. So he'll probably be a bit pissed when he sees it because he knows that the nades won't be that good.
Oh, we're getting another tier 1 unit from the Wehrmacht player. I see the light flashing. Should I switch to Wehrmacht?
Yeah, you should probably switch to Wehrmacht.
Alright. Takes a second.
I mean, to be honest, Wehrmacht, it's always more interesting to see what the Wehrmacht player is getting, because for the US player it's usually quite obvious.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so we got a pretty fat tier 1 here.
The first grenade just went down. It didn't do too much damage.
I think it killed 2, or
yeah,
maybe 3.
It killed 2 Folks, and that's really not what it has to do. And now the Wehrmacht player knows it's up. Let's see if Sandland can get the last Folks.
I don't. That's
a bad retreat pass, but Sandland kind of failed with the focus fire.
But the Jeep. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice.
By the way, do you know who the Alchemist is? Because he has 160 to 25 and is top 15 now. I just checked before the game.
I've not met him, and well, I don't play Automats anymore.
It's probably a smurf by a player who we should know. But okay, but yeah. So far, Sandland got quite good engagements. He can't complain, I guess.
Did you, let's see, I think Seb extracted an IP address once from a replay file. Maybe you should try to do that as well, then
I tried that too, and I couldn't find anything. I think he didn't extract it from the replay file. I think he extracted it from Xfire or something.
No, but it was... I don't know.
Maybe you can extract it from some log files, because if you press Control, Shift, and some other key, I don't know what's in the English version, then you can sometimes see the IP in the console popping up at the top. Maybe there's a log file of that, and he saw it with that. But
I don't know. Well, he did it. He did it afterwards, at least. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, there are log files which log errors and stuff like that. Maybe in one of those files.
Yeah, it could be. Let's see. He thought about taking to tier 3 on his HQ, but then cancelled it. So I guess he's going to retreat the Pioneers squad, or maybe after it finished building that mine.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sandland is getting his supply yard up. He's at 40 fuel right now, so he'll start the tier 3 building quite soon, I suppose.
What's his fuel income at the moment?
Plus 30.
Alright, so that's plenty. That's plenty to get out the M8 before.
Yeah, that's quite good. But keep in mind, if the Wehrmacht player caps the plus 3 at the left side, he will instantly lose plus 10 fuel. So
yes, that's true.
So it might end up.
And now he also decapped the plus 5. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the Wehrmacht player doesn't really need the fuel. He's going for tier 2 now, so he's playing it safe, and he's just spamming wire. He has his 2 MGs and 3 Folks now, so he should be able to lock down the center quite easily. Generally, I like medic bunker on Wreck Train.
Yes, well, it's a no-brainer, really. And defensive is also a no-brainer.
Yeah, because I mean, if you just put it somewhere over here, okay, you can't see it right now, but the broadcasters can, in this area, then you can basically just reinforce on half of the map, and the medics will go all over the map.
Yeah, and you just need to hold both the cut-off sectors, one on the right, the plus 3 strategic points on the right, and one on the left. Then essentially, US doesn't have anything anymore, and then you can just walk back and forth between the right and the left point, occasionally capping a point on the side.
Okay, Sandland moving in now.
Throwing a grenade on the mine. Good job there. Gonna flank the MG.
I feel like the Wehrmacht player could have held this.
Yeah, I think the Wehrmacht player is kind of playing sloppy. I mean, he got the chance to... Oh, there went the Jeep. He was able to put up all those defenses because... Oh, that's interesting. Well, yes. Yeah, I saw the green light flashing. That's kind of risky, because the Wehrmacht player could have gone tier 3 at this stage with 78 fuel at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's not just the fuel. You have 2 MGs on Wreck Train, which is enough to just lock down the whole map. So if you're unlucky, then these bars won't do anything at all. He will be able to shut down the whole map, and then you're basically fucked.
Oh, he's gonna lose that squad. Yep, there it went.
Oh, yeah.
Up north, trying to base for us or something.
Yeah, I don't really know what it was doing. It was just standing there in front of the MG bunker and doing nothing. I think he just didn't pay too much attention.
I wasn't paying careful attention just back there, so I don't see why that flank worked out as well as it did, but I guess he was just in bad positioning or moving, the Wehrmacht player. But let's see, on the topic of bars, I don't know, it's kind of risky. I think it's Wreck Train is in that sense similar to the north starting position of Langres. That if you get the WSC or... Oh, we're also getting WC, that's interesting. Well, I guess he saw tier 2, so fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, on Wreck Train you have to risk something anyways.
Yes, exactly. But I think the thing is, if you go M8 or WSC early, you have weak rifles essentially, and then you're almost sure to get pushed out of the center. And with bars or grenades, you can at least attempt to fight in the center. And the same goes for North Langres, I think. If you go WSC or M8 or fast M8 early, then your rifles are weak, and chances are that against a reasonably aggressive opponent, you're just gonna get cut off or pinned in your base. And you could say...
But I mean, at this point, even though he has grenades and bars, I don't feel like he has any chance for fighting about the center. I mean, there are 2 MGs which basically lock down most of the center, and yeah, he can go around with individual rifle squads, but we have 2 or 3 folks still and 2 grenadiers, so...
Oh, he's gonna lose a folk squad there. Or is he?
No, it gets out.
No, lucky folks.
And I think the Kampfkraft Center should come up any second.
Well, he just teched the 3 at 3, so we might see some Pumas or alternatively some tanks. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Let's see. We upgrading Med Bunker, and let's get this, and we don't have a doctrine selected yet.
Yeah, I expect tier 3, to be honest. I mean, he knows that Sandland will have a hard time getting anything decent against Pumas, and basically he can just get like 2 Pumas and then infantry veterancy, and it will be incredibly hard for Sandland to break.
Because he just got a sniper from his WSC.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's see. Yep, there's the Storm Armory going up.
What I find quite interesting is that there's no puck, because at this point the Wehrmacht player doesn't really know what Sandland is up to after the nades and bars, and Sandland could, in theory, have a M8 by now.
Oh, that's Biogun. How much fuel does he have?
At this point, he has 100.
Oh, yeah, that's plenty. Of course. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, the Wehrmacht player does have 3 folks, so maybe that's become quite popular in the last few weeks, to just have 3 folks and hope that the US player is stupid enough to rush in with the M8 and just lose it to 3 Fausts instantly. But
Well, Sandland shouldn't do that.
Yeah, he should be aware of that, so... But then again, I saw a few replays of Magpies against fairly known players. I won't drop any name because I'm not exactly sure who it was. But
I think it was Freestyler, but that was just an odd. Occurrence also. But
there were several players where he just killed them 8 with 3 fouls, which was actually quite funny to watch. But I mean, even if the US player is aware that 3 fouls kill an M8, he still has to kite from the 3 folks, and with the med bunker in the center, you can.
We just got a counter sniper also from the Wehrmacht player.
Yeah, just have it on screen. But I wanted to say, if you have a med bunker with defensive in the center and 3 folks, then basically the M8 won't do anything because he can kill your folks all you want. You will reinforce quickly enough and just get free grants. And if it rushes in, you kill it.
Yes. Exactly. Let's see, we're at 5 CPs though. We still don't have a doctrine from the Wehrmacht player. I guess he's going terror. And I suppose he doesn't need defensive at this stage because he's got his half-track there.
And with the counter... no,
the
sniper. Will it get out? Oh, that's a bit lucky.
Yes, that is lucky. Well, fortune favors the bold, so... We'll call it just that. There's the first Puma. Might be the first of many.
Indeed. I'm a bit surprised the Wehrmacht player doesn't really try to get the +3 at the right hand side, because he should be able to hold it quite easily, and it would cut off Sandland of 10 fuel, which is never really bad, and it shouldn't be really hard for him, but he just ignores it.
Oh, we're getting a Nebelwerfer from the Wehrmacht player now. I think that's kind of an odd choice. He could just use a second Puma, because at this stage the Puma is very much still a shock vehicle. I mean, Sandland has nothing. Well, those Rangers, I guess, are they still alive? They should be. Or where are those Rangers?
Does he have enough fuel for another Puma? Because then
yes, he has 113 fuel. So
yeah, then the Nebel is really odd. I agree on that. I mean, 2 Pumas is basically the magical number, because 2 Pumas will give you enough room to build and take to whatever you want, and you can get an additional veterancy, or you can take up to T4, or you can just spam more infantry or spam stacks or whatever. 2 Pumas just give you so much room, especially if the US player doesn't have any AT except for Rangers, and yeah.
Oh, that I don't know what that Goliath is doing. No, not gonna work out. Well, he can just put it in cover now. Or is he going to send it to the Rangers? No, just cover.
At least he doesn't detonate it. I always hate when people detonate Goliath on retreating squads, because you can actually repair Goliath.
Oh, you can. Oh, I've never tried that. Let's see. I did what has happened to. Oh, a second Goliath. What has happened to me is that I put the med bunker like right next to that hedge, just north of the current med bunker, and then my Goliath got stuck.
That's unfortunate. And you can't even delete it, so you know at one point your med bunker will blow up because of your own unit.
Well, you can delete the med bunker.
Yeah, the question is whether it's worth it. Just to
Let's see, 150 manpower, 50 munitions versus 125 munitions. Yeah. Well, we can argue if the Goliath is worth the 125 munitions.
Yes.
Oh, just snipe failure. Of course, always happens.
Oh, I didn't even see that. But I think I have it on screen. I just didn't pay attention.
Well, let's see. I think it was the first shot on the US sniper. The first, but the decloak is pretty rapid, or the recloak is pretty rapid, I should say. And the Wehrmacht player probably pressed D, the sniper fired, but couldn't get the enemy sniper already recloaked, so you get the fire, but you don't get the shot, and then...
Yeah, counter-sniping on the first shot is close to impossible unless you have a ping of 20 or something.
Oh, he lost. Did he lose a ranger squad there?
Yes, he lost it. I mean, he kind of gambled because he knew that he just needed one more bazooka shot to kill the Puma, and then the Puma just said "fuck you" and killed 6 rangers with 2 bursts or something.
Why is he? All right, so he's scouting with the Goliath now. That's interesting.
Wait, where's the Goliath right now?
In his
right. In his base.
Supply yard.
Almost killed the supply yard. That would have been, of course, interesting because Sandland has at least 1 supply yard upgrade, I think.
Oh, both. He has
both.
No, he's 1. Just 1, I think. No,
I think he
both.
just started the second one. Is that possible? Because he doesn't have a lot of. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, but there's stuff on the left part, so I don't know. I'd say there's both, which is an odd choice because he doesn't have that many units.
Yeah, I think he has both. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, well, he had a ranger squad, so...
Yeah, but for 1 ranger squad, and he already lost a rifle, so that's 3 rifles in 1 ranger squad. That's then supplier upgrade 1 is
yeah,
sufficient.
Supplier upgrade 1 is sufficient. Oh, another Goliath going in. If it kills the supply yard, yeah, and it will kill the supply yard, I suppose, that will actually be quite a huge blow, because...
there it goes.
Yeah,
and the observation point.
The upgrades are really, really expensive, so it's quite a huge investment. But Sandland has about 800 manpower now, and is very close to the off-map combat group, so that's what he's going for.
I'm not sure how I don't know.
The Wehrmacht player, he does have 100 munition. I mean, the thing is, the Wehrmacht player doesn't really have any AT at this point. And now the off-map camera group is coming in, and 2 M10s and an M8. So if Sandland just says, okay, I'm far behind, if I just move in now and see how it goes, I might come back, and if he does that, then this will actually work quite well. I mean, I think there was 1 mine, can't see it right now. But yeah, he's moving in, and
well, that's 1
at
Puma.
least 1 Puma will go down. Maybe the half track 2 or 2nd Puma.
Misfires galore.
Sniper retreats just in time before being squished. And yeah, the Wehrmacht player suddenly realizes, I don't have anything to deal with this.
Yeah, he has 3 grenadiers, he has 7... Oh, and he just got another grenadier from the net bunker. And he does have, and he's upgrading, I think he's upgrading, or is he not? Where did his munitions go? Because I don't see... Oh yeah, there's the Panzer Shrek.
Build a Goliath too, so the Goliath killed the M8 and almost killed the M10, but the M10 will probably get out unless it gets fausted by the Folks. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get what the Wehrmacht player was even spending his manpower on, because he was just so far ahead. He could have just built 1 Pack and 1 Panzerschreck, and this push would have done nothing.
He actually teched the tier 4. He actually teched the tier 4. That's kind of I don't like that, because he already has the Storm Armory. And let's see, he has the pack now, of course. I don't know. It just seems redundant at this stage. I mean, unless you really want tanks, but if you have Pumas and Grenadiers, why do you want tanks that badly? Certainly when your Grenadiers don't even have Veterancy 2 yet.
I always feel like you kind of need tier 4 to fight vetted rifles on most maps, but not so much on wrecked terrain anyways, because yeah, you can cover half of the map with MGs. You have a med bunker which reach to half of the map, and so much red cover that even if the rifles are wetted, Pumas will just shred them to pieces.
And we just got Blitzkrieg Doctrine.
Blitzkrieg,
and ACPs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like that. He should have just, as far as I'm concerned, he should have just gone Terror. I mean, what is Blitzkrieg going to give at this stage that makes it worth it? I mean, the King Tiger is just better than the Tiger.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
It actually isn't, because you pay 500 manpower over the course of 5 minutes.
Well, yeah,
well,
but
the thing is,
doing something.
we'd have to argue about the inflation of CoH, but I'm actually a bit surprised that the Wehrmacht player only has Vet 1 for infantry.
Oh, is he going to lose another rifle squad there on the left?
Yeah, he probably
will.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, the Wehrmacht player has like 7 infantry squads.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Grands, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4 Grenadiers and 3 Volks.
And if he doesn't get infantry veterancy 2 at least, then the 2 Vet 2 rifles will be Vet 3 instant in no time, and the other, he just rebuilt one. Oh no, he got 1 rifle with the off-map combat group, and the other 2 rifles, which are Vet non, actually have the chance of vetting up. So I feel like he should just get Vet 2, even if it's just for denying veterancy for Sandland.
Yeah, but he just really wants his Tiger, I suppose, because he's saving up for the Tiger. He's at 680 manpower now. So that was a pretty crappy off-map combat group, I think. 2 30 cals, 1 AT gun, and 1 rifle. Yeah, but I guess for 800 manpower, it's cheaper than actually getting the units, and in this case, certainly because he doesn't have either a tank depot or a motor pool.
And the thing is, he also lost rifles, and he needs AT guns. So I think in this case it was actually worth it, but most of the time I feel like off-map combat groups aren't worth it. A lot of people get them because they think they are a no-brainer, but they really aren't, because if you still have 4 rifles and you have enough AT and you don't need 3 mortars, then it's usually better to just spend your manpower on snipers or tanks, other stuff like that.
Let's see, how much damage? Let's see, the Nebelwerfer has 3 kills so far.
Yeah, that's not too much.
No, I don't know, what has it been doing? I don't think we've seen it in... Well, it has an AT gun to shoot at now, so that's nice for it. But I don't think it's been doing that much. And I think strategy-wise, we went Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and then we went Blitz. And what did he get from Tier 3? He got a couple of Pumas, think, and the Nebelwerfer. He could have just stayed in Tier 2, I think, and gotten the STA instead, the Sturmhaubitze, for vehicle. And then he could have spent his fuel and manpower, which he didn't spend on tacking, just on vetting up his Grenadiers, of which he has 5 now.
Yeah, that would definitely been a good choice, I think. But to be honest, I think even the way he went Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, it still should have worked if he just had gotten 1 Panzerschreck and 1 Pack in time.
Yes, it would have worked.
Yeah, Sandland was basically dead, and then there were an M8 and 2 M10s, and all he had were a Goliath.
Well, I guess the game is really turning around now. Well, he does have... the Wehrmacht player does have a lot of units still, but... Yeah, his Grenadiers without veterancy, I don't know. I don't think they're holding up too well.
I mean, he has 1, 2, 3, for 5 Grenadiers and 3 Folks now.
And the Mad Bunker goes down. Yeah. I think, yeah, well, what I was saying, I think Terror would have just been a better choice. I mean, either go tier 2, tier 3 Terror, or go tier 2 Blitz. Don't go tier 2, tier 3 Blitz, and don't go tier 2 Terror. Because if you go tier 2 Terror, then you're just gonna get sniper spammed to death. And now you're just, I don't know. Now you're just wasting. Now you're just wasting your Doctrine essentially when it should have been there.
Yeah, I mean the Tiger didn't do any damage so far. Oh, nice counter snipe by the Wehrmacht player.
Oh.
And Sandland saved up for another off-map combat group, gets 2 M8s, 1 AT gun and 1 rifle squad. I'm not too sure if I agree with saving up for the off-map combat group. I think 2 snipers and a bit of spare manpower instead would have been at least an equal choice.
Yeah, maybe, but I guess you do want some AT against that Tiger. 1 AT gun is kind of meager.
Yeah, well, he had 1 AT gun and 1 M10. Yeah, it's a bit...
Yeah, but I don't call the M10 trustworthy against a Tiger. Certainly not with a pack around, and let's see, 1 Panzerschreck.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to use it aggressively. Basically, you just have to keep back the Tiger. If you can just make sure the Tiger doesn't do any damage, and it's the only vehicle, you only have to deal with the infantry. But
yeah, but with the sniper on the field and the Nebelwerfer, it now has 6 kills. 1 AT gun is kind of meager because let's see, where are the AT guns? Well, they're still both alive. Oh, Grain is gonna die.
Oh, Sandland may lose Vet 3 rifle.
That's pretty alright. Some nice blocking.
That would be. Actually, it wasn't nice blocking. He could have blocked it way longer. It was
yeah.
horrible blocking.
Well, I was referring to the earlier moments. But of course,
I think he didn't even try to block it. If he had tried to block it, he would most certainly have killed it. But this was
alright. So it was horrible blocking.
Yes. Oh no, my computer is starting to lag. It just has 5 frames per second now, so I'm sorry for the viewers of the cast who are still with us at this stage, which I don't think will be too many.
Well, we could have started watching at 8 times speed.
Yeah, the thing is, you get out of syncs really quickly
6 times
then.
Speed, whatever.
Even at 6 times speed.
I always watch my replays at 6 speed.
Yeah, but it's not the same on every computer. That's the problem.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, and I guess you're also recording, so you have some additional strain.
Oh, he actually lost a Vet 2 rifle. I think I didn't pay attention. I just saw he lost a rifle. Yeah, it was a Vet 2 rifle to the Nebel and Tiger shot and a Stu shot.
Well, then the Nebel is Nebel has been doing pretty well for itself. Is it dead now, or is it?
No, it's
there it is.
at the hedge.
It's taking nice shelter. Oh, what?
The Tiger might go down. Grenade from the Grenadier, and yeah, it goes down.
Wait, what? We should time sync because of your lag. Probably you're kind of behind. I'm. At what time?
33,
what's your time?
33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 40.
Yeah, alright.
Okay.
Got it.
And
the M10 is gonna die.
Will go down, yeah. It's a depressing spot to be there. Back right around. It's.
And where does the the infantryman out of the or the guy from the M10 lands just next to the 5+ fuel. He went over the hedge, then he probably broke his neck.
Yeah, that's it's always nice to observe the visual stuff of Company of Rios. I also like
That's-
like if you have a demolition charge and you blow it up with guys standing next to it, how they splatter into individual pieces.
Well, it is kind of grisly.
Yes.
I remember feeling a little bad when I first saw that. When was that? Years ago. Oh, assault grenades. What will they do?
The 3 rifle may get down. Okay, it will live and the Stu shoots the grenadiers instead. That's not too
Alright,
good.
so now the AT gun needs to back up. Yeah, those grenadiers, let's see, what are the kill rates on those grenadiers? We've got 8, 6, and 2. I think they've just been dying primarily because they don't have any veterancy.
Yeah, I really don't get it, because the main army of the Wehrmacht player essentially is grenadiers. Even if he didn't build them but got them all for free, they are still his main army, so he should vet them.
Well, maybe he tries to play nice. Whatever. I remember in 2.3 where you weren't really allowed to get veterancy 2 on your grenadiers. Because then you'd be an abuser.
Yeah. But then again, I remember games where I got 13 stack counts at once in this patch, and apparently you are an abuser too then.
Well,
so I wouldn't pay too much attention on what's abuse and what isn't. It's... rifle just dies for some reason. I don't
yeah,
even
it
know.
hit a mine, and then
was...
the last guy got picked off by the grenadiers.
Yeah, I mean it was 6 guys, 5 guys, 0 guys. But okay.
So he's saving for another tiger at this stage, which is, I don't know. He just get infantry veterancy too. This is just not smart. Oh, the star kills a full 4-man squad, wipes it out completely. Useless off-map artillery going there, unless it
might go
wait, no.
Sniper. Oh, now it get out. The park
Might
though.
hit the puck. I think the off-map artillery, the pattern in which it fires is not completely random.
I think some time ago there was a theory that it hits repairing pyros more than other pyros or something. I'm not sure.
Or that was with the on-map howitzer, at least.
Okay.
I do get the idea sometimes that it's just drawn to something, but I don't know.
Yes, sometimes it feels like that. Especially like if you have a lot of units really close together because they are standing behind green cover, a small piece of green cover, you sometimes really feel like they just draw the artillery. But it might just be what it's called. Like you might you might just feel like it is that way because you just lose like 3 squads to 1 artillery and you feel that can't be random, but just because you have them standing all there and get unlucky.
Let's see, so what do we have? I mean, the Wehrmacht still has a pretty significant... Oh, he put his MG in the HQ and now he's lost track of it. And yeah, that MG is probably not going out of there anytime soon. Yeah, that's a waste.
Yeah, actually, it's Sentinel doesn't have too much either, because one of his M10s is as good as that, the other one is half health, the M8 is worthless at this stage anyways, or should be at least. Okay, it will kill the sniper maybe. And he only has 1 vetted rifle left.
Oh, M8 mine. Oh, that was pretty bad. Nah, I don't think that did much.
It killed the sniper.
Oh!
Didn't it?
Yes, well, that is
the
a pretty
sniper
good
died.
mine.
So,
let's see, and and that's another pretty cool off-net combat group.
No, two M10s and an M8 again. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
He might. Let's see. Can he kill the? Oh, he's got 4 M10s now. That's let's see. If the other 2 are repaired, then it's plenty to kill that tiger, which is pretty weak.
Yeah, at this point, I really think Sandland should stop going for off-map combat groups and just spam snipers.
No, I don't think. I'm not sure about that because there's no veterancy on the Grenadiers. He doesn't really need snipers that badly, and his opponent is kind of seems to be willing to waste his manpower on useless Tigers.
Yeah, but the thing is, the second the Wehrmacht player actually starts to play well, the Grenadiers will be the only threat.
How many rifle squads does he have left?
5. Only one of them vetted though, and the vetted one is vet 3.
I guess as long as the Grenadiers don't have any veterancy, vet 0 rifle squads will do just fine.
Yes, I know, but at this point, Sandland basically has won this game. Even if it's just because the Wehrmacht player kind of threw it away. But he should only focus on eliminating the few ways the Wehrmacht player has left to come back, and I feel like that's...
well, actually, with 5 rifles, he's got more infantry than his opponent, and they have bars, so he's got also an infantry advantage, I'd argue.
Yeah, true. Actually, the Wehrmacht player doesn't have a lot of infantry left. Yeah. I mean, how many squads does he have left?
Well, he has 2 Grenadiers, an MG, still in the HQ, of course, and the Volk squad.
Okay,
this isn't going anywhere soon. Oh, and he's going for another Tiger.
Okay,
well...
Yeah, if the Wehrmacht player only has that little infantry left, I agree that the infantry really is no problem, even if he gets Vet 2. The Vet 3 rifle alone will be enough to deal with it, and throw in another 4, or only 3 left. He really likes to lose his riflemen, it seems. But yeah, he can just outgun them in any engagement. Yeah, he will see the Vet 3 rifle basically taking on everything the Wehrmacht player has, and probably it will actually win. Yeah, it kills the Grenadier squad and gets out.
Very unfortunate. Let's see. And we have another Tiger. What does he have? What does Sandland have in the form of AT?
3 M10s, 1 AT gun, 1 M8. Okay, the M8 will not do too much, but it can still block the Tiger or draw some fire, and he does have stickies, of course.
Let's see, the AT gun is a stolen pack, and there's still a decrewed AT gun near the to the right, south of the center.
Yeah, and Sandland now got another sniper. I mean, he doesn't need it to really kill the infantry.
There's one Grenadier to shoot at, but
yeah, but it's nice to just stop harassment, I think, because you never have to retreat a sniper basically, and you can just pick away and stop him from capping.
I don't know why the Wehrmacht player is playing on at this stage. This is a really lost cause. So let's see, we can, I think we only have a few minutes more on the counter. I guess that Tiger will probably die at some stage. Oh, now we have manpower blitz, and what does he get with it? A pack and a stug. Well, he still, then in that case, he might be able to kill some M10s, but he has no anti-infantry, so yeah, this is over.
Yeah, I think we should just start the after-game talk right now then, because I really want to go to bed right now, because it's 1:30 a.m. already.
Yes, I had promised myself not to go to bed late, despite not having to get up that early tomorrow, but you thwarted my plans again.
Yeah, I tried to get someone else for the shoutcast, but apparently no one wants to cast with me.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least we did keep talking. I think that's
yeah, that's a good thing.
All right.
Yeah. Could have been worse. Could have been better.
The attempts with Christie I tried. Those games were pretty bad as well. They were those games. I don't know if you saw them. They were Timothy Matlack.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Timothy Matlack versus a team or clanmate of mine, Extremix or Nabil, whatever. But yeah, it was kind of bad. Fat 3 rifles, and Timothy Matlack tried to counter them with Fat 0 Panthers, and it didn't work out. And
surprising. I still want to. I think I've never seen a replay of Timothy Matlack against Charles Darwin, and I really would like to see a replay of the two of them.
Well, yeah, but for them to get the most out of them, they would have to lose both.
Yeah, that's the problem. Maybe have some epic comebacks in it.
Well, no,
like the game going around 3 times or something.
Yes, but I don't know. Maybe a 2v2 AT team would be a solution.
Yeah, that would be good too. Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Maybe we should do a recap at this stage.
Yeah, I think the Wehrmacht player just had unnecessary holes in his play. First, it was not having any AT, even though he needed it, and it was the only thing that could still get danger. The only thing that could still hurt him were sudden vehicles, and he didn't get any AT, so that's kind of bad. And then he didn't get any infantry veterancy, which was also kind of bad because he spent all his time running away from unvetted rifles. And
then he didn't get terror.
Yes, and then he used the most useless doctrine he could, because, defensive with the flak and reinforce in the middle of the map, he just would have needed to keep the snipers at bay and he would have won.
Yeah,
and Terror, the KT would have won him the game, and yeah, the only doctrine that allowed him to lose the game was Blitz.
Yeah, well, might not be as black and white as that, but I think unit composition, army composition wise, it wasn't a really good day for the Wehrmacht player. I like vetted grenadiers supported by vehicles, so that your opponent can't counter both. And in this case, grenadiers without veterancy, vehicles, I don't know. Could have been better. As you say, flak with a couple of Pumas is quite nice. The flak keeps everything AT-ish at bay, and the Puma keeps the infantry at bay, and then you've just got a massive no-go zone. And the only way to crack that is with a lot of artillery.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's quite interesting that Sandland just stayed on Tier 1 and Tier 2 the whole game and relied on off-map combat groups.
Yeah, so the thing is, probably if the Wehrmacht player would have continued taking Tier 3, he might have just won.
Yeah, he would have won right there, but Tier 3 is always a bit risky. I feel like in this patch it's a bit underused, because so many players go Tier 2 that you will often see the US player just go for rifle upgrade into WSC.
Well, you don't need tier. Essentially, I think you don't need Tier 3 that more. With the 4 CP stuff, which is kind of dumb, you can get vehicles early regardless.
Yeah, but I kind of like the defensive doctrine for early game. What I've been playing around a bit is defensive doctrine into Tier 3. Most good players will see it coming. Yeah, I agree, and you will probably just lose horribly to them. But it's really nice for grinding up the ladder, because you will mostly meet level 13, 14, 15 players who just don't see it coming, and suddenly you have won at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, I guess, but we should close it down now, because people don't have any moving images to look at anymore.
Okay, so give me a one-sentence summary of the game.
One sentence. Can I use semicolons?
Okay.
So much pressure. Let's see. Wehrmacht player just not getting in control, I suppose. That's it.
Yeah, I'd summarize it. Yeah.
He couldn't hold the center. He should have held it.
Yeah,
Then...
he just didn't really seem to follow a good plan. Like, he did everything a bit, but nothing really enough, and then he just lost. Okay.
Yep. All right then.
Let's
I guess
close
it's
it
the
with
end of
that.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great podcast. I'm sure we'll get a lot of fans. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, which I will create tomorrow. And
do we have a channel now?
Yes, we will have a channel tomorrow. And okay, Sandland, I did my duty. I made a shoutcast. I hope you can mod me in your broadcast channel now.
Oh, and you can give us private. You can give us the passwords to your private forum.
Yes, I agree on that.